Berarti yang junior.
Well, that's the video about the IES Foundation. As you know, that IES Foundation is the International Standard Test Center of English for TOEFL ITP and TOEFL Primary for primary high school for primary school students, and TOEFL Junior for junior high school students, issued by the ETS English Testing Service USA. IELTS stands for International English Language Test System, and cooperation with the IDP, and TOEIC stands for the Test of English for International Communication, English and Training Center. Other languages test centers such as French, Japanese, Mandarin, Arabic, Germany, Korean, and many others. So if you were wondering more, you may contact us right there. Next, we come to the third section. There will be kind of remark from the IES Foundation Director, and this term will be represented by Ms. Erika Sharif. So I think it's time for you to give your remark.
Okay, thank you, Hakim. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to welcome all the participants today for the IES 5th International Webinar Series on Entrepreneurship and Edupreneurship. IES welcome all the eminent speakers and guests from all over the country, from different walks of life, and who you have come here to share their knowledge and work past experience with the community. This is our 5th webinar series, and hope all of you who consistently follow our webinar enjoy the themes and will always be. Okay, I would like to thank all the wonderful speakers who are willing to dedicate their busy time for us today and share their great experiences. And please allow me to say thank you to the amazing IES team who have been working hard to make this event happen. This webinar is for you, so please enjoy it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for Ms. Erika for the remark. Yes, and yeah, welcome to all the participants who are just joins, all the participants and guests. And now we have our time to to see the presentation from the first speaker. As you know that she is really experienced in doing kind of entrepreneurship and also entrepreneurship. Um, the first speaker has been really active as a leader of some kind of, what is it, Creative Economic Commission, and she has also achieved kind of award in the Kalimantan from the National Bank, sorry. And so here she is, Miss Sri Hidayah. Are you there?
Yeah,
All right.
yes,
So,
I'm
are you
here.
ready to present your really such amazing material for us?
Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Takim, and
All right.
everybody. Good afternoon. Hope you have a great time today. And it's really wonderful to meet everybody, even on Zoom. And it is not the first time, but of course, I hope it's not the last time. And then we can do it again. We hope one day. So first, before I'm sharing the material to show you, to expose, first I would like to see the phenomena of what is going on in the world, and then in Indonesia, and then in the city, one of the capital province in Indonesia, Banjarmasin. Like everybody, young people is really would like to be entrepreneurs. It's really something that like they talk about, which was not really seen when I was in their age. Yeah, to be entrepreneurs now, it's really something that their achievement to expose at least for their own development to people. Yeah, so I would like to share you. Uh, Maybe it's a bit slow first. Okay. Okay, wait a second. Where is it?
All right. So, while waiting, yeah,
Yeah.
you get it?
It was here. Wait a second.
Yes,
So
okay. So while waiting for the Miss Sri preparing her presentation, I will remind you again that don't forget there will be kind of form of the link that you need to fill out that form so you can get the certificate later on. And if you get difficulty because it's really limited access, you can join us via Facebook and also YouTube so you can watch us live right there. Okay, so the form will be coming. The IT team will be sharing. So just wait for that and make sure that you pay attention on it. No worry about that. So, Miss Lee,
okay.
are you ready for
Yes,
that?
here we are. Okay. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the title on my a PowerPoint is young people to be entrepreneurs. So this is what we have seen, like entrepreneurs nowadays. It's really interested to see how they developed themselves and how develop their business and how they struggling in their business. Yeah. So this is like the phenomena of millennial entrepreneurs that age from age 18 to 35. They really want to starting their business of the future. And not all of them, because they from poor income family or from a low developing country, but this is something really huge that 54% of the millennials plan to start their own business. So this is very interesting to see. And this is what I've taken pictures, yeah, of in my city. This is of course before the pandemic, that not wearing masks. So they're really talking about the creative mindset, and then what should we do for uh, developing their mindset, so their business can be something also for their identity, and then for their own learning for themselves. So this is very interesting that not only they're chatting in the cafe, but also they're making projects, and they also may make their own small communities more talking about their business and their small business. So this is what I like to join their group also to see how they really learning their own. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. So this is please go on. Yeah. Okay, and go on to the page 3, page 4, 3. Oh yes. Okay. So as we know that the international and world is talking about the creative economic industry. So this is also going on to my city. So creative economy opportunity, and their entrepreneurs entrepreneuring, and then their local business focusing on the creative economy sector, like digital, and then like music, culinary, and others, that around 17 subsectors of creative economic. So they now focusing on one of those creative economic sectors. This is what is going on in the city. So like for example, the club, the young people has communities only talking about coffee and culinary. The others talking about craft, yeah, and the others talking about digital. So they're focusing on specific groups, only talking about one of the sectors in creative economic industry. So this is really something huge. And they have Gay Craft, Gerakan Ekonomi Kreatif, and then FK Craft, Forum Ekonomi Kreatif Pemuda, which is really branding in the city and also in other cities in Indonesia. Please go on. Okay, so I'm talking about still about the creative economic, yeah? The creative economic in Banjarmasin, mostly we choose for superior one. So they divide into superior creative economic business, yeah? So now the young people become having entrepreneurs in culinary, innovation, and in craft. So this is really before this is really developed, but of course after pandemic it's a very slow. Yeah. What I like them in the groups, they're not talking about what should they get from the government, but also how they have to collaborate each other to support their business more. So this is what's going on. Okay, now please go to the below. Yeah. Okay. And the wait a second. Okay. Instead of culinary business of fashion and craft that is really growing, there are also digital business in digital, like application for digital IT system to support or to give service to the business is also really growing. And the film industry, animation also growing in my city. There are new animators, young people who learning how to do small, simple animation to help the other business, small business. So then they get payment, yeah, because of that. they're filming and doing small advertisement, how to advertise small companies or big companies, or even for self-branding of politician, something like that. So they're doing business on it. So this is, they not before people just talking about business on culinary, fashion and craft, but nowadays it's changing. Okay. Our government is now making like a jargon, like a jargon of Banjarmasin mayor. Like they said, they have produced 2,000 new entrepreneurs, newborn entrepreneurs in the city. What I have seen, it's not only in Banjarmasin, also in other cities that they have a jargon, they have to make and create it. Thousands of new entrepreneurs, but I have seen that's really challenging, sorry, for the entrepreneurs like me and like my other friends also in Banjarmasin, because if they're growing newborn baby entrepreneurs, young people, and then what is next? Yeah, what is next? Because having business, small business, meaning you also will face challenges. It's gonna be huge, it's gonna be small, but at least for the young entrepreneurs, they will take 2 years to feel how the struggling, how enjoying to be entrepreneurs. And after that, they can decide to stop to be entrepreneurs or to go on. Yeah. So of course, this is really well a big homework, a big task, yeah, for us here. How to make the supporting entrepreneurship environment in the city, so they not feel alone. Yeah, how the community, how the city really vibrant for them, so they can have big opportunity to make their business developed. This is what we're thinking right now. And so it's not only me, but also the other entrepreneurs in Banjarmasin. Yeah, go on. Okay, so this is what instead of new entrepreneurs, new jobs also coming in, especially on the IT. Yeah, so digital service, like, because there are news online shop online from the entrepreneurs, culinary entrepreneurs, fashion entrepreneurs, they need help. Yeah, because as entrepreneur, you cannot do from A until Z. You need help. Yeah, like just say Mr. Takim has business on culinary, you're the one who have to go to the market. You're the one have to count what is the budget for today. You're the one who have to open the store. You're the one who have to serve the customers. So, but there's something that they forget is how to market through online, how to make their business sustain, how to make their shop very interesting for the customers. So those are opportunities for young people here to be digital marketing staff, digital marketing advisors. Mr. Takim, the photography of your food on Facebook is not interesting. Just say like that. You need a consultant to that, but you should pay photographer to do that, because your photograph is not really make your food interesting for them to buy, something like that. So it's really grown. So everybody like Evoria to learn digital marketing in Banjarmasin. Yeah. So growing like education services on digital marketing, and then private consultant how to do copywriting, just write on your status on Instagram about your food. This is what is growing very, really like mushrooms now in Banjarmasin. Please. Yeah. So I think I know that for us we would like to get to know how to be entrepreneurs nowadays. Yeah. So because of the fast growing and the social change of the community, the world, yeah, and the digital entrepreneurs is also very important to what is it, to put in mind for the entrepreneurs. So they're not only thinking on the offline but also on the online. So there for entrepreneurs, we sharing. Yeah, we have specific we have special group like from different NGOs, local communities, or from the local universities or from abroad, only for discussing the new methods, how to educate young entrepreneurs everywhere. Yeah. So for us, it's very important to do networking, collaborate, uh, how to solve and how to maintain their spirit to be good entrepreneurs. This is the first one we're doing now, is to keep networking and we go on with it. And the second one, we're giving learning experience. So like me, the others also, the entrepreneurs, they also have their business. Yeah. So before, maybe it's really not good to read maybe like lectures, also entrepreneurs like that. Yeah. Lectures also design fashion products to sell. Yeah. Lectures also have shop online. Before, maybe it's really something that, what, lecturing must be in the classroom. Yeah. But this is for the entrepreneurs right now. They also not only to give the theoretical point of view about entrepreneurship, but also they really come to the business. Yeah, they're really coming to the business. Like my business is on traditional local products on tenun pagatan galuh marege. So sometimes I also design with my models and show like a shocking to my students or to my participants. Oh, you're doing something for your business, and keep publishing inspiring works. So we keep everybody inspiring works, and we also tag everybody's names. So the educators on entrepreneurs, I also tag the other name, and they also take my name, because in the city, like what the government done, produce 2,000 youngpreneurs, and then after that, what next? It's really well, we see we should do something with it. Yeah, because we don't want them suddenly just 2,000 and stop all, but at least like 10% or 15%, 20%. It's wonderful. They still keep doing business. Okay, please go on. Oh, so that's it from me, Mr. Takim. So thank you very much for what is it, listening to my expose.
All right, so thank you very much for Mr. for your sharing. It's really kind of interesting. I have wondering several questions. Maybe I will try to ask you later on in the talk show. And for the all participants, if you have any questions, just try to take a note, and you will have time later on to ask your questions. And about the form of the certificate, just wait for that because we need to make sure that all the event will be running well first, then it will be shared before it's over. So just wait for that. And thank you for that. Now we move on to the second speaker. For this one is really young actually, and yeah, now she is active, and she is really doing. By the way, she's the president of kind of Indonesian community and also doing kind of economic creative and many others. Yeah, it's the assistant of the director marketing and her campus. It's the Green River College in USA, United States of America. And I think it's time for her to show us the presentation about her experience. And yeah, let's see, let's have the share for that. Miss Bianca, you're there.
Thank you, Takim.
All right, that's it. So time is yours.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I don't have any presentation to share actually.
It's okay.
I want to introduce myself first. My name is Bianca. I am 18 years old. I am currently studying marketing at Green River College, and this fall I'm going to transfer to University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, most likely. As I mentioned earlier, I'm currently a college student, so I don't have many unique entrepreneurial experiences, but I would like to share my experiences and what I get from studying abroad, which is in the United States. Back then, to be honest, I did not think that United States was the right place for me to continue my studies because I'm a type of person that has low self-confidence. I'm not an independent person. I can't even speak English fluently back then. I'm scared of homesickness. I don't know much about American culture. I always think that what if I got bullied if I can't speak English fluently? However, all of my plan just suddenly changed on 15th August 2019. I remember that day because that was the last day of the application deadline of Gunnery College. So my journey started on 15 August 2019. At that time, this is a very funny story because my friend just texted me about one agent and asked me to contact her to ask about how to study abroad and that kind of stuffs. Right after that, my mom and dad just agreed that I'm going to study in the States, just as easy as that. So I eventually applied to the high school completion program at Greenville College, which I believe it is the only program in the state of Washington, which help us to earn college credit at the same time earn high school credit. I remember that day, the last day of the application, me and my parents just suddenly, okay, we decided to apply for the Greenville College. However, at the time, I'm very concerned about my decision. Does I choose the right place? Does I make the right decision? And yeah, there was a lot of challenges. My main concern, however, was on September 6th, the day that I supposed to fly to the United States, but I I haven't taken any IELTS. I haven't got my visa yet. I haven't get my bank statement yet. Aside from that, at the same time, I would also enjoy my senior year. Imagine myself wearing graduation uniform, arranging the best prom in my life for farewell. But I think that this is the only chance that I have and only one lifetime experience. So if I did not take it, it will not happen again, right? Luckily, I be able to fly to the United States in just 2 weeks of preparations. with the assistance of my agent and also Pak Leo. And on the 6th of September, I can fly to the United States. After I arrived in Seattle, I'm very afraid and concerned about the Indonesian community, how's lifestyle there. I don't think that it matched with my culture and lifestyles. But when the first time I stepped my foot at the Greenville College, I was very, very surprised because what I was imagining as 180-degree difference from what they really are. They were very welcoming, compassionate, showing that they really want to help us, particularly the international students. I also have the advisor, the staff, the welcome crew that are really, really willing to help and guide all of us. Finally, after adjusting to the environment of the Greenville College, US culture, and about 1/4 my studies at Greenville College, I finally can adapt to the US culture. And I have friends from different countries. I learned many cultures. I became an open-minded person. And also, the most important things is I became involved in the various organizations and work on campus. First of all, I started as the student government. I take a leadership position there as a finance chair of associate student government. Me and my committee was working on the student and activities budget, which we have to allocate $1.5 billion to student affairs and present that to the board of directors of Greenville College. From the experiences, I learned how to communicate with the international students that have different culture, how to deal with any discussion. And secondly, I was grateful that I was elected to become the president of Indonesian Student Organization at Greenville College. Being a president, I could say it was a very challenging position for me. However, I'm very happy that I got a chance to being a representative of the club, to speak with the student body, speak with the student life, practice my communication skills and also my public speaking skills for sure. Aside from the organizations that I involved in, I also take a chance to work on campus since in the United States we, we have to work on campus and the maximum time is 20 hours per week. Right now, I'm currently work as Indonesian marketing assistant, social media ambassador, and accounting tutor. For the Indonesia and social media ambassador, I work closely with the international program staffs. Um, I creating content for the Instagram, being a representative of GRC in the social media, such as Instagram and Facebook. For the accounting tutor, I usually meet one-on-one with the students to explain accounting topics that are unclear for them. It's actually, I'm very grateful to have a chance like that, and that really, really boosts my soft skills. And I believe that all of the skills I've been doing is needed for my future. From these experiences, both studying abroad, involved in the organizations, working on campus, to be honest, I learned so much because before, when I didn't know that I could involve that much in the organization and on campus job, I was thinking that I have to get 4.0 GPA and transfer to the good university. However, it was not easy as it seems. I learned that a 4.0 grade does not guarantee that you can get into the Ivy University. A 4.0 grade person doesn't mean that you have a strong personal statement to convince the university that you can get into the university. Therefore, having chance to study in Greenville College opened my eyes that studying is not all about grades, because at the end of the day, those grades are just number in the paper. but your personality, your experiences, your attitude, and that's what all the companies are looking for. I also saw a lot of possibilities when I studied abroad that I wouldn't gain because I had chosen to study at Greenfield College. I could become an independent person, and the best thing is I feel that I grow as a person. So maybe that's all a story for me. I hope that my story will encourage those who want to study abroad, but you feel you lack of confidence. But don't be afraid if you're doesn't have enough English skills, because trust me that there will be a lot of students that are way worse than you. So just be yourself and remember that everything will be happen if you keep trying. Thank you.
Right, very welcome. Thank you very much for Bianca for your nice sharing. Must inspiring for some people and to gain more experience, and maybe that will be useful for the future, of course. And yep, thank you for that. And next, we're going to move on to the third speaker for today. The last speaker today is a having some various experience as the volunteer in Tasmania and Kilimanjaro climber and a leader of academic students organization, and gonna be conference in Italy soon. Let's see, and the Embassy Award of the Excellence from Indonesian Embassy. So here is Mistika. Mistika, are you there?
Yes, thank you,
All
Ms.
right. Okay.
Takim,
Yeah.
Mr. Takim, for introducing me, and thank you for the rest of the other speakers for a very inspiring um, talk and sharing. I hope that I can share what you're expected as well. So I have a little bit presentation about similar, quite similar with Bianca, but let me know if you can see my screen here. Is it visible? Okay, awesome. Before that, I actually would like to know first. Would you mind to perhaps just give a reaction, hand raise or thumbs or clap if you actually want to be an entrepreneur or interested to be one?
All right. Give a sign for the old participants if you want to. What did she say? Come on, raise your hand or wave or something.
Okay. Nice, nice, awesome. There might be some people who still not sure, and some that already knows that they want to be one, right? But thank you all for quiet for answering. But I want to share here a little bit about how I actually a little bit about me and how I actually also gaining what I become right now. Perhaps similar like Bianca, um, that there are actually four main belief or main categories that or like topics that I want to highlight here in order for to achieve what I believe to achieve success or in order to gain your goal. Um, so as you may know, my name is Tika. Um, so here, why it's actually an iceberg? Um, because I think people actually only see an iceberg a little bit in the surface, on the surface, right? But below that surface, there are actually other traits, other characteristics that actually building those iceberg into that giant, um, giant and strong on the sea. So let's see what's actually I am on the surface. If people actually just know me as an individual, so people may see like this is a little girl, and there it may also be a beautiful life sometimes. So as Mr. Takim before mentioned, I actually also graduated from Green River College, like Bianca. And after Green River, I actually transferred to New York University to study econ. And then I went and worked at Accenture in Indonesia. And then I moved to Boston Consulting Group. So Accenture and Boston Consulting Group are both strategy and management consulting. So it's actually similar like a doctor for business. We help businesses to better strategize their strategy plan, or whether if they have a problem, we we come to them to give a fresh eye and a fresh perspective. So it's quite similar like being an entrepreneur is solving a problem for your own business, but being a consultant, it's actually being looking into a new perspective and being an entrepreneur for another business. It can be for a simple analogy, it can be like that. And throughout my career at Accenture and BCG, I tried to also be my own entrepreneur. At different like industry, I may be a social entrepreneur where I'm not only looking for profit, but I'm also looking into making a social impact into the society or the environment. So Masak Bersih and Kita Kana is what I actually launch. I can talk to you a little bit more about Masak Bersih and Kita Kana. In general, Masak Bersih was um, an organization where we help to distribute clean cook stove to rural Indonesia. So in rural Indonesia, there are still some households that use wood to actually cook, right? So we help to distribute clean cook stove for them to be a better living condition and a better health. And for Kitakana, it's actually a renting platform for clothes for women, so that we do not have to buy clothes every time. That it can reduce clothing waste, and we can share our clothes and our beauty. And my next plan is actually to study MBA this September at University of Cambridge. So hopefully that I can get a scholarship, then I can continue my study there. So that's a little bit about me. That's are like some of my achievements that I shared here. But I also want to share some of my failure stories and how I actually handle those challenges and those failures in order to actually turn into some of these accomplishments. Um, so let's see below the surface, right? So the first traits, the first characteristics, I believe that in believing in the greater power, it's actually helping me in hoping for something. So I actually really believe that God always have a better plan than what we are currently planning. So actually, before I went to Green River College, I applied to University of Indonesia. I applied all of as you may have known for some of you who applied for SNPTN or SIMAK UI. There are many steps and many ways to get into the University of Indonesia. I have tried all of those tasks, but unfortunately, I didn't get in. But I know that it's actually a better plan that God has for me, right? So same like Bianca, I came to Green River without any TOEFL as well, without any preparation for English. My English may not be as good as Mr. Takim actually back then, and um, I actually took 3 months courses back in Green Rivers, so that I did not have to take TOEFL tests. So after taking that 3 months English course in Green River, I also interact with other people for non-Indonesian so that I can practice my English, because I believe that practice is the key to sharpening your skill. And after sharpening my skill of English, um, I learned in Green River. I also did several student organizations similar like Bianca. I graduated and transferred to New York University, which is actually one of my dream school. Um, so looking back to University Indonesia moment, I think that um, I know that it was a sad time to not being to being rejected for something that I want to be at, but keep believing that God always has better power, better plan for us, and that's how I keep on going. And for here, I actually also become the social entrepreneur, right? So what is actually social entrepreneur? The social entrepreneur here um, is based on what I believe is that it's based on the 17 or sustainable global goals that United Nations has. So it's either empower one of these goals or either empowers some of these goals. So what I tried to empower is the goal number one, the no poverty, and the number three, the good health, and also the number four, the quality of education. It's for the masak bersih, and for Kitakana, I was trying to actually help number 15, life on land, and then I help also um, to reduce number 13 or gaining towards the goal number 13, which is climate action. And in trying to be a good entrepreneur, it really is about the team. That's why here I want to actually emphasize on the characteristic of the individual, because when the individuals create a team, then the team can make a bigger impact together, right? So the first one here, the characteristic of the team member, it can really convince the investors or your business partners in making a difference on being an entrepreneurship. And then the second one, again, a team complements each other. So when an individual is already good enough or giving their best as they can, then the other individual should also give the best they can. And the third one, it's just about the collaboration between those individuals, how they can solve a problem from their previous experience in the industry that they are facing. Or, for example, for Kitakana, I face a problem of finding, always wanting to just buy clothes and looking beautiful with the correct clothes, right? But why don't we actually just share between those women's the clothes that we are having? So that's what I try to solve in Kitakana. So next one, after belief in the greater power, I also believe the second character would be perseverance. So back in 2018, I lost the competition for Masak Bersih. So we enter this competition called the prize to distribute equals development goals. And unfortunately, we didn't win the competition. But then a year after we get the feedback, we keep on trying in developing our proposals and our ideas and our experiences towards this goal. So in the end, we actually won $11,000, and we distribute on the very left picture. We distributed clean cook stove to East Nusa Tenggara and West Java. So right now we already distributed 500 clean cook stove. And then back in 2018 again, I was actually accepted to University of Pennsylvania, but then I rejected the offer because I wanted to try to work at McKinsey and Company. However, after I tried, they didn't actually give me an offer at McKinsey. So I did not have any job yet for quite some times back then. But then I keep on trying and I keep on perceiving and then I was accepted at Accenture as their strategy and management consultant, where I can actually also meet um, some of my role models such as Bu Sri Mulyani and other CEOs and board members of Fortune 500 clients. The third one here, this is what I quite very like. It's to fake it until you make it. So actually, I was also working as the student government. I ran for an election that I actually lose. For in 2012, I ran for the president of student body in Green River College. Then I just fake it to actually run an election where I never ran it before. And then I lost the election. And then the next year, I again come back to the second characteristic, which is perseverance that I keep on trying. I try again to run the election, and then just I also fake it and ask for my friends' help, better strategize for the election, and then I won and become the vice president for the student government. There is actually a clip by Emi Khadi here from that. It's just actually 1 to 2 minutes that I actually like. If we can just quickly see it.
Mystica, is it with voice, the video?
Can you not hear it?
No,
Oh,
personally, I don't.
okay. Sorry. I'll just send out the link. I'm not
All
sure
right.
whether I can give out the audio here since I'm using the microphone, right?
I see. All right.
I'll just send out the link on the chat group so you all can see the whole video actually, because this is 21 minutes video. But I really like minute 3 to minute 5. So that's are my highlight. And okay, 1 second. Okay. So after that, the last um, characteristic, or the last, at least the characteristic that you should have, or the mindset that you should have, is a growth mindset. The growth, there is this book that I actually really changed the way I see life. It's mindset. It's by Carol Dweck. It's about the difference between growth and fixed mindset. Um, in growth mindset, everyone think that yes, everyone can do it. But in fixed mindset, someone always think, oh, everyone has a different IQ. If she has a higher IQ than me, that means she can do it, and I probably can. But in growth mindset, they always think, if I want to learn, then I can probably grow my IQ as better than her. So throughout all of the failures, I keep doing what I like, which is reading, right? So there are perhaps some people that actually do not like reading, but until you actually try to read something, you will not know the difference on how a passage can actually increase your mindset or increase your knowledge, that it can broaden um, your perspective. Similar also like traveling, it can also broaden your mindset. So those are some of the hobbies that perhaps you can explore, whether you like it or not. So also a verb that I like from this book is it's saying, no matter what your ability is, effort is what ignites that ability and turns it into accomplishment. So it depends on someone's effort, until how much, until how long do you want to pursue it. Then until you become it. That's why it's to fake it till you make it. So you should always keep on trying and just keep on faking it until you actually become one of them. Um, because I also like reading, I just want to share that I also wrote a book or a chapter in this book called Travelers and Sustainable Energy Solutions. If you want to further know about my hobby and masak bersih, you can check them out. And lastly, I also want to highlight here with the growth mindset, because my family also has this type of mindset and characteristic where we actually really competitive with one another and really on encouraging one another, so that I believe that the environment or the people around you, it's really also the ones that are helping you strive and supporting you. I think that's basically all of my kind of an entrepreneurs and some of the traits to be a better entrepreneurs in your life. So I hope that is helpful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for Mystica for such a presentation. It's really nice, inspiring, and wow, it's mind blowing for me. For me myself, I really think okay, something new for me, and that's it. Okay, now we come to the kind of talk show. So I have tried to listen and I've tried to listen to you, all of you, and I have several things to ask you. And for the participants, if you have any questions, you may try to prepare for that, and you may try to write that on the chat column, and we will try to pick one of the questions later on. So first of all, I have tried to arrange some questions, but maybe I will try to make the shuffle. So first I will try to ask Ms. Bianca, Mystica, then Ms. Rifu the last, because I've tried to arrange it. First of all, for Ms. Bianca.
Yes, hi.
All right. So you mentioned that before that you're kind of what really not confidence with, for you yourself, right? To go with that. So I think that is kind of self-confidence. If we are trying to relate this to kind of entrepreneur or something like that, is there any possibility for anyone to be like you? Just many people here we know that mostly kind of have pessimistic, but then is it possible for us to be like you, to gain some confidence?
My opinion, yes. Of course, everyone could do better and better. And if everyone knows that their weaknesses is, for me, my weaknesses before was lack of confidence. What I have to do is gain more confidence by uh, talking to my friends, talking public speaking, and having great more communication skills, that and all of those skills that I needed to improve my confidence skills. And I think if I can do it, so everyone could be do it also.
Okay. Anyway, is it difficult to run the process just like from you start from the I'm not kind of insecure, let's say something like that, and then to be confident? Is it long process for that?
Yeah, for me it's a long of process because it's very different from me back then, from being a lack of confidence than being me right now. Uh, it takes time, it takes a lot of challenge, but yeah, I believe that challenge make us become a better person.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I learn from my mistake and I improve it also.
All right. So that's it. So it's we have still kind of possibility to
Yes.
to change to be better. All right. That's it for that. Thank you for that for Miss Bianca. Now I move on to Miss Tika then. Miss Tika, what I got from you, because from the beginning is Bianca is about the confidence. Let's say now what I got from you is about the mindset, mentality, or something like that to relate to the entrepreneur. So if let's say a person like me or like other to be having a good mindset, what do we need? sometimes we want to be better, but we don't know what to do, and we don't have anything to make us better. So how to be a good mind, something like that.
Mm, I think there are at least three tasks or three to-do lists that you can try to do in order to have a good mindset. The first one is surrounding yourself with others with on a similar mindset or on a similar positivity vibe. Um, so environment or your friends, your family really matters in supporting you in creating those behavior, right? And the second one, it's actually really try to find um, a positive, a positive things or a positive or the bright side towards something because um, when something happens or when something really bad that actually make you sad, there is actually perhaps a bright side towards it always. So rather than looking into the negative side, the second one is to try to find the positive side. And the third one, perhaps this is the easier, is to find some funny stories or some fun friends that or some, if you like to watch movies, some funny movies that can actually um, uh, make you happy, or like the what are the things that make you happy, so that it's actually also bring a positive and a happier mindset to you, to yourself as well.
Okay, okay. I got that. I tried to get that. But then, if we need those kind of three things toward us, is it possible so then if they got really weakness on this kind of things, so try to get the funny things, funny story to get by that this is surrounded by the positive, yes, environment. So
Mhm.
if they don't get it, is it high possibility to be failure or to be something bad or something like that?
Mm, I think in my opinion, there as if someone actually failing, um, then they already found the rock bottom, so they could only go up. So if someone is failing, there is always this choice to either be keep on the ground or try to go back up and be a better person, right? So if you already find that that oh, this is how this is how it feels like to be failing, then the only choice is either to keep on being sad or to keep on being a failure, or either you try you try it again and be a perseverance or and do it better the next time, so that you don't face the same failure the next time.
All right. So it's, I'd say, yeah, difficult but easy to try. So we'll try to get better things. I
Right,
hope that
right.
it will try then make us better in terms of the mentality to be, yeah, good mindset, something like
Yes,
that.
yes.
Thank you very much for Miss Tika. And now we move on to Miss Sri then. Sorry to keep you waiting, Miss Sri. You may turn on your microphone then. Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Now, Misri, if we have been talking about the confidence toward the entrepreneurship, we have talked about the mindset to be the entrepreneurship or something like that. Now, it's your turn. I'm going to talk about the implication or the application of that. Um, why? Why should we learn about the entrepreneurship? Why should we? What if we start to be an entrepreneur in any kind of level? Because you mentioned many kinds of, yeah, opportunities before. What if we start from the really back? We have no, what is that? We have no facilities to start. We have no people around to gain more. knowledge what to do after this. Is it possible for them to be an entrepreneur then, if they are lack of facilities or something like that?
Yeah, the very most highest thinking of why we learn about entrepreneurship is the mindset. Yeah. So the mindset of the entrepreneurs is you have to be innovative, you struggling, you independent, you believe of what you're doing. So like this is very important mindset that to give, yeah, to show or to give, to inspire to young people. And uh, this is what I keep telling to my students or to the participants, that okay, if finally you're not had to be entrepreneurs, just say you don't have your own business, but at least the mindset you have, you can give to the organization or institution you will work. Like you can have bright ideas to your team, you can show the positive attitude to your team, to your friends. So this is what the background why we have to give the insights of being entrepreneur. So and this is very very hard to
Yeah.
to get. Yeah, Tika, I think you understand about how that the learning of entrepreneurship itself, you can feel it, you cannot feel it instantly, but it's processing, and you enjoying the process, how you become, finally you become independent, how you become innovative, and how you become positive, giving positive attitude to your friends. So this is the what actually in our country nowadays spread like very good. Yeah, for me it's very very positive trend. Yeah, not like before in the 90s, maybe I can say like that,
Yeah.
how people like to imitate what everybody's doing, how people would like to do plagiate what everybody's ideas. But if you have a strong mindset of entrepreneurship, you really believe, and this is your value, yeah, your creativity is your value. This is you. But in business is only media. Business is only the media. Is only a room for you to explore or to develop your own capability. So I'm as an entrepreneur create a media for them who would like to change or develop their mindset, and who wants to feel, who wants to experience it slowly or step by step, but not instantly. So this is very challenging for them. But finally, at the end, they feel so relieved. Yeah. Even their business, finally they decide to be business, to have business owner, like up and down. But then they happy because they feel they really value themselves. So this is the process actually. I don't know if also answer the second questions or the third questions. That's but Tika, I'm lecturing socialpreneur uh, this semester, so I would like to invite you. I think my students uh, really agree. I know some of them among the participants now, they're watching our YouTube.
Amazing. Of
Yeah,
course,
It's
you
an
should stay
opportunity. Yeah.
connected offline, Bu.
yeah. Because in 2014, I was the regional winner of Socialpreneur by Mandiri. Yeah, this is yeah, but
That's
different.
nice.
Yeah, we are more in what is it, in culture, in
Hmm.
culture. But you in climate change, in women, yeah. But me in
Right.
culture, and finally business.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Okay. Such a nice then. So it means that, yeah, it's really important whether they really apply it in their real life or not, but entrepreneurship is really important. But then, Miss, come to another question for you, Miss Sri Hidayat then. What about the, yeah, what should or how should school or campus in Indonesia do more things? What should they do to support the students to have good entrepreneurship? What should the school or campus do to make it
Okay.
better?
Yeah. In every semester they have projects of entrepreneur. Yeah.
Mm.
So if they think the proposal is acceptable, they can get money for the project. Yeah. This very important. What I really like, they collaborate with the community.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's not like by themselves. And now is what I'm doing now, handling 5 female university students doing craft. So I relate, their project is on craft, yeah. So I relate them with a bank sampah masjid, yeah, bank
Okay.
sampah masjid with the members, and they a recycled paper and they create into calligraphy and they put it on the wood. So uh, and then I'm also asking the other to be the offline store, those handling by disabled people. So we have here online store, we offline store, sorry, the open store, and those are disabled people who in just that. So they sell the products. So and that's every semester. We also have, of course, entrepreneur class, but because I'm teaching for social subject on social faculty, yeah. So I focus and push the faculty that we have our own concept of entrepreneurship, which is social entrepreneurship. Like we have to think social thinking and the phenomena, social phenomena to make concept of the business. This is really challenging because here they still familiar with, I can say, conventional
Yeah,
business, yeah.
that's it. That's it.
But this is, yeah. So we no, everybody love to be entrepreneurs. Everybody, and then uh, and because the world is limited, the resources is limited. Compare with Ibu Yanti when we were students, all abandoned. Forests in Kalimantan abandoned, yeah, and food abundant, fresh food, fresh fruit abundant, but now all scarcity, yeah,
Yeah.
limited. So finally, people have to think, create what they have to do to manage all the scarcity, all the limitation. And you can see what's happening in South Kalimantan, big flood, yeah. Like last week, I could not stand on my feet here, water on the floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, last week, but no, luckily, finally better, yeah, dry. So it's very sad for South Kalimantan, which is very huge with the forest. But now, yeah, so but not all the students, all young people thinking what they have to do now.
Yeah.
They don't want to be sitting like this. So they moving. Yeah, no, Ibu Yanti in Banjarmasin, South Kalimantan, we're really moving. Even we cannot donate money, but we donate skills
Yeah.
to the
That,
victims of the flood, yeah, big flood. So
okay.
that's
Okay.
what my
So
answer.
that's
Too long answer.
it's okay. It's okay. That's really fine, Miss Sri. So I can frankly say that, yeah, it's about the how to apply something like that,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, that's it. So uh, to make it better. So the school or the institution need to make it practical rather than just a lot of theory or something like that. Yeah, it's a really good. And thank you very much for Miss Siri. Now I have one more question for this for two girls, two young girls. For you both, because you were studying abroad, uh, does your institution pursue you or push you to have more better entrepreneur or something like that? Or what I want to say is that what about the system there? The system supports to be better entrepreneur or not? Let's say for Bianca, because you were at Deacon Rivers College, you may say about the system there, and for Ms. Tika, you may talk from the situation for the environment there, so you will have a different source. So start from Miss Bianca first. So the system there, the education there supports you to be more better entrepreneur, something like that.
Yeah, I could say every institutions it's likely they will always support their students, right? So same as Greenwood College, me personally, I feel like studying in Greenwood College because they not support me because uh, in grades only, in academic only, but they also support non-academically. For example, there is an event for a leadership conference that will need it for my future
Yeah.
career in entrepreneurship also. There is also um, entrepreneurship webinar also that they invited guests from other states to speak, and for me it's kind of important to support their students in terms of improving skills and the entrepreneurship itself.
Mhm. Okay, that's yeah, yeah, that's what we need to. That's what makes us envy sometimes. We want to be like that, and it doesn't mean that we are lack of it, no, but sometimes need the proper time. Okay, thank you very much for Miss Bianca. Now, Miss Tika, so what about your environment? Does it support you to be a better entrepreneurship?
Mm, I will. I think the quick answer would be yes, right? Um, because the environment that actually when I study abroad there, it keeps on giving me feeling that it's a safe environment to learn. That everyone here is there is no mistake here. When you ask questions, there is no stupid questions. When you participate, there is no bad comments. There is no like um, someone's to judge you that that comment is so stupid. That comment is so negative and it's offend someone. It's there is no environment like that. The environment that created when I actually study abroad, um, they ensure that it's a safe environment to learn and to make mistake, so that we can make mistake now and we can learn from that mistake.
See, so it's kind of really interesting. So yeah, the system is really respecting the
Yeah.
participants to be better. Wow, it's amazing. So thank you for that. Thank you for the all the speaker for the guests today. And now we come to the question and answer section. Just like what Mystica said before, there is no stupid question. Okay, so for the all participants, please raise your hand. Please give your question. Let them answer. Let them know what you want to know. So feel free. There is no stupid question. Remember that. Okay, there will be no one judge you. Oh, it's silly question. No, not really like that. So if you have any questions, so feel free. Seriously, feel free uh, to have kind of questions. If there is no, then remember that we are going to be the limit time after this, maybe there will be just more questions. So before we close it, please, if you have any questions, just try to give your questions, and don't forget to fill the certificate form. It will be for you. It will be sent to you through email, via email then. Okay, So we are still waiting before I continue with one more a question. We are trying to wait for the question. Yeah, just like what we have discussed yesterday. Maybe it will be still difficult to get questions from the audience, but it's okay. We'll try to wait. Hope that you will be confident. You will be confident to, yeah, to be better. It will make your self entrepreneurship better. No questions? Sure. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We don't
Maybe
get
on
something like.
Facebook, is there questions maybe on Facebook? Maybe
Yeah, that's
somebody
it.
can
Maybe
say.
let the team IT tell us about that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And so if while waiting still, so now I think one more question. Uh, yeah, because three of you are having experience abroad, let's say something like that. Is there any difference? Is there any difference about their yeah people? It's not about the system. It's not about others. Yeah, it's about the people. Is there any difference how the people do toward the entrepreneurship? For example, that Indonesian people are doing something like that toward entrepreneurship, but abroad people are doing something like that for the entrepreneurship. Yeah, we wonder about that. First, I think I want to listen the answer from Miss Ri first. Okay, Miss Ri, you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there any
Uh,
difference?
sorry, I have we are news from the other. Sorry, please
It's okay.
repeat. You have questions?
Is there any difference toward the people Indonesia and abroad toward entrepreneurship? Is there any difference, people attitude, or maybe yeah things to do toward entrepreneurship? You get that?
Because they, yeah, because their education system is uh, starting giving entrepreneurial since when you were a child. Yeah.
Mhm.
How do I know that? Because in 1992 I was the assistant of a school in a small town in Simcoe, like 5 hours from Ontario, from Vancouver. Yeah. So this I assisted um kindergarten class around 15 to 20 children inside. So how the teacher gave them tasks? First, they give assignment to analyze, just say birds or animals, and how they see people around the city on the way they're going to school. They have to do presentation in front of the class. So at the time, I was so amazed to see how the kids at the age of 3 years, and they're doing presentation, how people they have seen on the way to the school, and they think they say like, oh, it's really bad, oh, it's really good, and oh, then make him or her amazed. After that, they could criticize of what they have seen based on the teacher's question. Do you like it? How do you think? And then which is good for you? So they started from children, yeah, from really young age. Also to about gender, learning the gender to appreciate differences, also from the small kid, um, which is for me, it's really rare here still. Yeah. And you have to follow how the teacher's saying, you have to say what the teacher think, you have to, it's still like this here, yeah. And I know that my friend like says, say I want to change the system, how the education here.
Yeah,
And I telling him, no, people may will kill you here. So, oh really? Yeah, but at least we can transfer our thinking or ideas to the young people to give to the younger generation after that. Uh, Also, how to love environment, like in Sweden, because when I studied in Netherlands, my very good friend, they Sweet, yeah, they visited me in Kalimantan for twice, so I had time to visit them also while in Netherlands. So I saw how they uh, really give educated the kids uh, about environment, yeah, about recycling, and appreciate their creativity by showing the creativity or the paintings or the handicraft in the park, yeah, city park, yeah. Uh, because my friend's mother-in-law is craft teacher of the kindergarten and primary school. Yeah. So when she drove me, Sri, look at, that's my student's painting. That's my student's lamp. Yeah. And they hang it on the building in the public and they show it to people. Yeah. So how the appreciation of the creativity now there, it's really show, not what is it? It's really well, appreciated. Yeah. Um. So, but I think the concept of entrepreneurship also in Indonesia is very quick differences. Yeah. Like they really like to adapt the concept, like socialpreneurs and then creativepreneurs and then culturepreneurs. You can make your own tagline of yourself. Yeah. Okay, because your business on culture, meaning you are culturepreneurs. Okay, because your business on digital, so you are digitalpreneur. So here in Indonesia, they really like to branding their business, yeah, which focusing on what. Also very good, yeah, also very good, because meaning that business you change so quick. This month you culinary, next month you craft, the next 3 months you change again. That's typical of us. Like you give like chameleons changing. But now by branding yourself, then finally, okay, what's your business focusing on? What's your passion about? So my passion is on digital, Mbak Sri, Bu Sri. Okay, so I'm doing like it. All right. So I'm digitalpreneur. Good. So uh, this is something really good to see, to observe. Yeah. I hope it's answering.
Okay, that's really answered well. I got 2 points from that. That the treatment are totally different since the beginning, and yeah, the mindset is totally different. Also, that we like changing rather than focusing on something deep inside. Okay, I'm really interested to talk about this, but now I'm not a speaker. This is not my part. So I want to discuss more, but it's okay. I have one more question from, yeah, from the audience. That is it possible for the college student to be an entrepreneurship? I think for this question will be addressed to Miss Bianca. Where's Miss Bianca? Are you there? Okay, so let's see to Miss Tika first. Miss Tika, yeah, related to the question, is it possible for the college student abroad there to be an entrepreneurship? Is it possible?
Um, I think everyone can be an entrepreneur as long as they really want to be it and making an effort to get there, to go there. Um, so you can be an entrepreneur whenever, as long as you have the correct mindset and the correct the efforts to go to that way. And also, I want to thank the participant who asked these questions. And I believe that there is no bad English. We all are always learning here.
Yes,
So,
we are.
congratulations for making the first brave move.
That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Takim.
Yeah, the first and only now. Yeah, okay, go on with that.
Sri, if you want to add anything.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any
Yes. Yeah.
additional?
Oh yeah, of course, it's very possible. Yeah. Um, I've ever had questions asking like this. Busri, I don't have money. I'm a student, and uh, I don't know what to do, but I would like to be entrepreneur. You know, uh, this is something that I would like to talk with my friends. My friends keep selling this, selling that, but I have nothing. I want to be with them, to be the same frequency, the same blending, this blended with them. So I taught her, do you have a mobile phone with you? Oh yes, I do have a good mobile phone. Yes. Okay, just see Shopee. Shopee doesn't have business, but selling everybody's product. Just say you are Shopee and just selling your friend's product, meaning you are entrepreneur already. Oh wow, yes I am. So and then I said you get fee from selling their products. Your own. How many VR groups you have? I have lots. Okay, so start from that. So this is the what we have to give, how to initiate a thing, yeah, and see the opportunity among something that they seem like, oh, there's nothing they can do, but finally, yeah, who's selling her friend's product if not herself? So finally she's opening business as what we can say, market online, something like that. And finally she's having fun. So this is a simple thing to do by college student to start to be entrepreneur. Yeah, entrepreneur, it doesn't mean you should have big money, you should have skills, but at least you should have innovative ideas to see the opportunities, what everybody forget to do, but you are able to do, like that.
Okay, that's really nice. Yeah, so
Yes.
sometimes in Indonesia, it's most of people are trying to think that, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this, I couldn't start doing this, I have really limited on this. Too many reasons to not to start. So I think, yeah, what we need to do is just try to start, and what we are having now is the opportunity. So yeah, don't hesitate to start something with the all, let's say, limited access that you have. You may start. Okay, that's it. Is there any more questions? If I'm not mistaken, I see more questions before. Is there anyone can help me to highlight that question before? I think
Oh, it's getting more and more now, the
yeah.
questions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
finally.
Here. Okay, okay. I will try
Good luck,
to.
good luck, Mr. Takib, to conclude all the questions.
It's really, yeah, it's getting, yeah, more fun, but let's try to pick one of that. Um, mhm. What is that? I try to take something. I want to ask something. I think that they also respect profession than as the example Japanese. But in Indonesia, I think everyone can do anything, but not focusing on profession. What's the good thing and bad thing? Uh, yeah, some people are trying to respect. Oh yeah, sorry, I forget to mention uh, the question from. Sorry for that. So it's the question from Miss Fahtu Rahman. I will try to read it for you. Uh, yes, I want to ask something. I think they also respect a profession than us. That's it. As an example, in Japan, they really respect one thing, but in Indonesia, I think everyone can do anything, but not focusing in one profession. What's the good thing and bad thing in those two sides? I mean, like respecting or something like that. What is the good and bad thing? You get the point, Miss Rivers, I think.
Okay, yeah,
This is
yeah,
Miss Kayume.
yeah. I'm involving with creative people, yeah, who I think not what is seen by Mr. Fatur Rahman, yeah,
Yeah, Mr.
like
Fatima.
the 60, 17 subsectors in creative industries, they're really focusing. Like if they digital entrepreneurs, they're really focusing on digital. If they architect interiors, they're really working on it very hard. That's what I have seen to my friends. And because the Forum Economic Creative of South Kalimantan, we have more than 200 members, and they're really expert on their own, but still working on certification of Indonesia. Yeah, still working on it. They have to certify BNSP as animators, BNSP certification as digitalpreneurs. So they have Indonesia government making system for that, because they know they can make good money for our country. Before that, Indonesia doesn't care. Yeah, the creativepreneurs, they're working online by themselves because they don't have a room offline. Yeah, we talk honest for that. But I'm an activist, yeah, but finally you can see that. So finally the Indonesian government said, oh, for the creative industries, people can create good income for Indonesia. Finally they create, like, you have to certify, you have to follow the system. So when I say that, but not focusing in one profession, it's not happening on when I have seen nowadays. Yeah, at least for 5 years, they're really focusing on their job. Yeah, if not, they die. For those who cannot focusing because they're doing informal job, because Indonesia cost now getting expensive, the inflation is very high. Yeah, compared with the Europe, the price of a milk, just say, if increasing only €1 or only 10 cents, it's really sin. But here a day suddenly can increase 5,000, 3,000 without knowing. So this is why people in Indonesia not focusing in one job. They're doing informal job. And social costs also high. Social costs. We have to attend wedding party. We have to attend tasmiyah party. We have to attend everybody's birthday, traditional ceremony. It's risky. Yeah, that's why we have to do different income. Yeah, so this system of the culture of tradition itself finally makes the Indonesian people have to earn money not from one income, 2 or 3 incomes. Yeah. So, but one profession now it's happening. Yeah, in at least 5 years, especially in creative industries. You are digitalpreneur, yes. What is the certificate? The BNSP. You are animatrix, yes, we are. I'm robotic applicationpreneur, like that. Okay, so it's changing now. This is what I
Okay, so yeah, that's really interesting. I hope that it will be answering the question from Mr. Uh, Fatur Rahman before. And we have actually 2 more questions, but we are really sorry because the time is really limited. Service means we have been running 2 hours, but now we are coming to an end. So yeah, here it is now. We have been just discussing about the entrepreneurship and also edupreneurship. And yeah, what you need to prepare stuff from yourself. You need to be confident to make yourself better. And try to having a good surroundings and also a good mindset to make you be better, to communicate to others, and to have an attitude toward others, to get something to do, something like that. And the last is, yeah, just try to gain more information about how to um, deal with the entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship is really important for you to gain, even though you don't want to be entrepreneur, but such as information is really will make you better. Okay, I think this is the end of this session. We are really sorry for the question that we cannot answer for this time. We are really sorry. And thank you very much for the guest today, for the speakers. Mr. Hidayah, you were so inspiring. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah,
Thank you
we
very
meet
much
again.
for,
We meet again.
yeah,
We
we
must
will
meet
see
again.
you again next time, okay? So we hope that we are not losing contact after this. And Miss Tika, thank you very much for your sharing time. Miss Bianca, really sorry she got a trouble, so she has left before. Miss Tika, thank you very much for your time here. And thank you all for the participants. Don't forget to fill the form of the certificate, because you will get the certificate through email later than to be sent to you. And yeah, for the next, we will have kind of next webinar series. The 6th one is the Gifted Children webinar series, the 6th, on Friday, 19 February 2021 at 2 p.m. Jakarta time. Register free, so that's the link. We will try to share the link again later on. So that's it. Thank you very much for all your participation. Thank you very much. We are really sorry for the question not answered. And let's close this kind of webinar by, yeah, alhamdulillah for Muslim and thank God for others.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much, everyone.